Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, baby. I'm gonna do just like I promised. I promise to do it slow and sexy. Baby girl, I'm coming to receive your loving. Patiently I've waited. I'll go slowly, baby, and I'll go.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. You like the sound of TLO,
Oh yeah. Baby, get ready, 'cause I'm coming to get all that good love that you've been promising me, baby. If I go slow, let me tell you something. Love that look upon your face when I pull your hair, when I kiss your lips slowly everywhere. Then I pour some honey all up and down, all over your lips, right in the place where you want me to. And when we go slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you love the way I put it down. Up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way. You said you wanna feel my heat, girl. You wanna feel every inch of my love. You said you go tip to the bottom and you won't stop. Oh, said you wanna ride high to the morning light. You'll keep me all through the night, fulfilling all our fantasies, girl. I'll be your freak, just like the way that you want me to. Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down. Up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way. Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down. Up and
Yeah, you like inside ATLWebRadio.com. Slow and Sexy is the name of the tune, man. We about to get ready to go in live. My man K-Rob, just ironing out a few kinks, man, and we're gonna get this party started for y'all, man. So, shouts out to everybody that's checking us out live. Shouts out to all our supporters out there across the planet, man, that have just kept it going for ATL Web Radio. I want to show love and as well just wish well tidings to you all, man, for staying locked in with us, man. We about to, like I said, get this thing pumping. Give us about 3 more minutes, man. We're going to play a couple more of these hot K-Rob records, man, and we're going to be right back at you, man. ATLWebRadio.com. Tell a friend. Tune in or be tuned out.
La-di-da-da, la-di-da-da. Yeah, let's do it again like the first time. I still yearn for you, baby, that I feel for you. I ain't felt for nobody, baby. Yeah, like a love depends. Like we're not best friends. Like we've been waiting again. The first time, anticipation. Touching me made me feel so strong. We were so in love. Erotically, with those embraces, round and round underneath the stars. My love coming down, well, going deep into the places you wanted me, reaching nirvana. It was never enough, yeah. On top of me, riding high, 2 is 1, you and I. Start of a lifetime bind that stays on my mind. Let's do it again like the first time. I still yearn for you, baby. That I feel for you, the way I feel for nobody. Nobody like a love depends. Like we're not best friends. Like we've been waiting. We're waiting again. No one to blame, nobody's walking out the door. Tell me, how come we don't make love anymore? Hey, maybe love has been absent.
Connecting.
Baby, maybe we have grown apart. Hey, baby, don't ask me why. Feelings change like the sky, like a lover song. I'll be holding on. Let's do it again like the first time. Yearn for you, baby. Still yearning that I feel for you. I ain't felt for nobody. Again. Baby, tell me, can we get it back? Can we get it back? I wanna know, baby, tell me, can we get it back? I wanna know, can we get it back? Can we get it back the way we used to stay? Again like the first time. Yearn for you. Yearn for you, baby. Feel for you. I ain't felt for nobody. Hey, love depends. Like we're not best friends. Like we're waiting and ooh, baby, yeah. Baby, get ready, 'cause I'm coming to get all that good love that you've been promising me, baby, if I go slow. Let me tell you something. Love that look upon your face when I pull your hair, when I kiss your lips slowly everywhere. when I pour some honey all up and down, all over your lips, right in the place where you want me to. And when we go slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, all I give you is
Check,
slow
check.
sex sound. Slow and sexy.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check.
Hold up. Let me show you what I'm working with. Slow and sexy, baby, you know how I ride. Licking on your body till your temperature hit the top. Sweat dripping all down your body. It's getting into your socks. Got it hot. What's up with this top? Let's take it off. Lick me like a lollipop, even though I'm sucker free. Your ex wonder why you jump ship. Don't know you fell for me. I admire your body. It's kinda like the sun to me. Kinda like a drug to me. Got me feeling just like I need it. Cause me personally, I ain't been the one to bet, but your body I gotta please, so let's go.
Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, all I keep you make a slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down, up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way I
Let's that be fruitful and multiply, brother.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You locked inside ATLWebRadio.com. It's yours truly, the Cyber DJ, the CK. And I am being joined, once I turn around here for y'all, by my brother here. Here goes by the name of K Rob. K Rob is in the building. Brother, give us a worldwide introduction. Tell us a little about yourself, man, and where you coming from, man.
Hey man, I'm coming straight out of, as they would say, out of born and raised Cincinnati, Ohio. You know, just straight from the Natty, man, from legends like the Ozzy Brothers, man. Shoot, James Brown had King Records there. You had the Deal, Midnight Star, Babyface.
Oh, man,
LA,
the deal, man.
Up
Midnight
the Road.
Star,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
Oh,
Yes,
man,
sir.
you
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
another number but the hits, baby.
Yeah, some big time R&B greats,
Big
man,
time,
from
man.
that town.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So you were molded and shaped by the sounds of these scenarios, these world class performers, brother. How did they go into, and how do you feel like they rubbed off on you? What were the key things that you learned from being around these type of individuals? I know that's about a 3-part question, but
Yeah, no problem, bro. Well, on the one hand, man, incidentally, I'm related to the Ozzy brothers, and just when people are around you, you can get a lot of things from them. In this case, I got just the determination. They've been doing this for a long time. Obviously, the pride in what you do. Just really taking the time and being dedicated to write really good records, to working on your songwriting, your production, whatever instrument you play. I grew up with a family of folks and a neighborhood actually of people playing instruments. So just kind of working on all those things and just staying at it, bro. Taking pride in it.
what instruments did attracted you early on, man? What were the ones that you dove into that made you say, "Man, I got to keep going with this"?
Well, man, shoot, man, I was fortunate, man. My parents, we took all kind of instruments, man. I have 2 older brothers and a sister, and my oldest brother, I think he wound up sticking to the lead, to the lead rhythm guitar. My brother right above me, he stuck with the drums. So I kind of followed suit from him as well. Just really sticking to the drums and percussion as being, I guess being that heart and soul, man, of the rhythm section. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I've kind of stuck to that, man.
No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up, brother. So you, at this point, you say you stuck to that. Are the drums something that you still get down and play?
Absolutely, man. I have a set at home. I've got a 5-piece, but I'm working on trying to
Okay.
build on it, and
Okay.
I still play, man. I still practice.
Hey, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. But we're here today celebrating your talents in the song aspect, in the form of that beautiful voice you got, brother. Tell us
Thank
where'd you first start singing at, man?
Man, uh,
I know they ask you this all the time.
yeah. Believe it or not, man, I never really sang till I was a senior in high school, and I was part of the senior council of my high school, and we put on this big talent show. We were needing acts, man, and we needed one more act. Believe it or not, my brother, his name is Keith, the one I mentioned that played the drums, before me.
Right.
They were the house band, and we needed one more artist, man, and we couldn't find nobody. So up until that point, man, I had never sang out in front of anybody. So I wound up, singing in that show, man, and that was really the first time that I ever sang out in front of people, like publicly, man, when I was a senior in high school.
Was it love at first sight, or was it were you like, man, I wish y'all would have put me out there and do it like that?
Man, you know what? Have you ever done something where it's like maybe in the beginning it's just something that you do or that you're doing. You don't really put that much thought into it. It's something you know how to do. It just came, I guess somewhat naturally. I didn't really think anything about it. It was just like something I did. But then when I went to Tennessee State in Nashville. So when I went to college, I really started to sing more and put more thought into it. It's like this is okay now. This is something that I think I want to do, because I was an engineering major, and the music started taking my heart away basically from the math and science, and music wanted to be something that I knew that I wanted to do at that point.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Waleed Salam, just stepped in the building, man. ATLwebradio.com, man. We have had some of the greatest of the greats, man. We have had brothers that are affiliated with the greatest of the greats, man. We've had cats here, man, that just putting their feet in the water for the first time. But, brother, you stepped to the arena here with expertise and experience, man. What are your thoughts on the state of the music business currently when it comes to this music that you're bringing to the stage right now, brother?
Man, that's a great question. I'm going to say, like, I guess with anything else, technology, it could be economics or, whatever, it's an evolution. There's a progression. There are changes.
Absolutely.
And, on the one hand, I think that, I guess, to get known or discover whatever, I would tell people just getting into it, that's important. Obviously, you want people to know about you. But I would try your best to focus on, just the craft of it, getting really good at it, whatever opportunities that you have to maybe either produce or write or perform, to do that, and then just a lot of things will come to you because obviously man, there's hardly any more. There's not any more A&R anymore where artists are getting kind of prepped or somebody spending the time with them. Obviously, you have the birth of the internet and streaming, as opposed to physical CDs and vinyl, for the most part. So, man, I think fundamentally, man, I think it's always been about the artist. I think everything revolves around the artist or whoever is doing that art. That's what it revolves around. So,
Absolutely.
I think artists themselves, again, whether you write, produce, or sing, it's just something you have to have the determination to do. Just simply do it. I know that sounds simplified, but if it's in your church, your school, your karaoke's or open mics, just really just continue to do those things. And obviously, if you can have a social media presence, that's a free free promotion for yourself. You got to try to take advantage of that. But the state of it is, man, is that I'll say one last key thing. Most artists, not most artists have always been entrepreneurs, bro.
Right.
Always.
Right.
A lot of people look towards like a label. Hey, the label going to do everything for me. I'm going to wait until the label comes and does this for me. Nope. Stop that mindset, period.
Right.
Go out there. If you got to get a job, an education, do either or both. Fund your dream. Believe in yourself. Invest in yourself. That's what you have to do in today's music industry.
That's right. That's right. I like that way you put that, brother. And it's key. I had two more questions lined up after you said about 3 or 4 different things, man, because it kind of grabs on to another thought. And it makes a lot of sense, man, that the artist in this day and time has to understand that they are a business in themselves, and have to really truly figure out how to develop the lucrativeness in that being a business of yourself. You as an artist, man, you've been, you've watched it go from, you've got family that have gone from the days where we were barely getting paid for our records, just getting the show, quote unquote, money, to guys that are really guys that are being millionaires and even billionaires now off of music and the entertainment industry as a whole. How do you see the way things have, what would you consider your foot ups on the average guy that's just now jumping inside of this thing without some of that prior experience, brother?
Good question, man. Well, I humbly say maybe the one thing that takes time too is to get a good team of people around you.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
like,
We talked about that off air.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's
yes,
right.
sir.
That's
I
right.
mean, it's people that obviously it's the trust thing, but it's just people that they know what they're doing. You can trust them. They're reliable. They have connections.
Yeah.
So I would say, I mean, that the gamut of that could be, maybe a publicist or a social media person, maybe somebody that's in the industry or has been that legitimately, okay. So let's put some quotes around that word.
Absolutely.
Legitimately has, solid connections in the business because, bro, as you well know, we talked about this too, and it's part of the journey. But I'm telling everybody out there just to try to keep your inclination to be desperate or over anxious. Try to be disciplined because there will be a lot of people that you may run into that say, "Hey, I know this person, that person," and they don't know. They not only don't know that person, they can't do nothing for you.
Right.
But yet they may be asking you for money or something, and then somebody's giving them big or lump sums of money that may be their life savings or something, man.
That's right. That's
you know
right.
What I mean? And
That's
this
right.
person takes the money and literally runs with
Runs
it.
with it. That's right.
So I would just be leery of that. But to your question, man, just a good team around you. Other than that, man, I would just say I've been around, and it's a mindset, man. I've been around so long that there's a certain discipline to it. Like even aside from music, trying to take care of yourself mentally and physically as best you can.
Absolutely.
And so when that opportunity comes, you're ready for that opportunity because without the health, mentally and physically, you can't have
It ain't gonna be no good any daggone way. Yeah, no doubt. So you have a single that I thought was brand new, but from what I'm seeing, is you've been kind of tweaking it and twerking it for a little while now. Tell me about this journey with Slow and Sexy, man.
Yeah, Slow and Sexy is it's a song, man. I was sitting on it for all y'all know about instruments. I was sitting on the Fender Rhodes,
Okay.
and I was just I don't play the piano, but I
Right.
can find the chords, whatever, if I'm writing a record.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing. And actually, man, believe it or not, I had "Let Me Down Easy" by the Ozzy Brothers going through my head.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
So I had that in my head, but when I started playing the keys, it was not that record. It was I guess manifested through my own what I was feeling. But anyway, man, the record started out like that, and I have my original CD that I put out. I have a version of that record, but when I let a lot of people hear that record, they were like, "Hey, man, that's the song. That's the song.
That's it.
We should focus on."
Yeah.
So going back to your other question about any kind of leg up that I have, whatever, I
Right.
won't necessarily call it a leg up, but man, I've always had a job. So what I
Amen.
did is I got with some guys that could help me take what I already had and take it to another level. So
There you go.
to your question, okay,
Mm-hmm.
now I have out what we have right now. And that's my son actually rapping on the record. He calls
Okay.
himself Nick
Okay.
Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But there's a remix, bro. We're working on right now, man. I try to be. I always try to stay humble in this game.
Right. Right.
But this thing is smoking.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't give them
You
too
know what
many
I mean?
details. We're gonna say that one for a punch in the face.
Yeah.
But oh man, I'm
Smoking.
feeling you, brother. I'm feeling you, man. I like the song, man. I like the way the song depicts real life. And that coming from where you come from, that only makes sense. So many people write about fantasies and dreams and wishes and hopes. But this is real life. This is what a man thinks about when he's putting all his moves together to make that move. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's one of those songs that the ladies can actually get with and rock with too, man. I want to know: have you been performing this record and we're performing it? How is the crowd reception? Do you get a lot of people our age and just a little younger like really vibing to this record?
You know what, man? Actually, believe it or not, like I've been kind of waiting until I do this latest remix.
Okay.
And then I start really performing the record.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how people are going to respond. I have ideas
Okay.
of how I want to present the record.
Right.
And man, my style, bro, has always been I could make a record about something that's deeply sexual or sensual.
Right.
But I always wanted to be, just kind of something that's classy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So this
Something that
record,
everybody can listen to.
something everybody can listen
Yeah.
to or even see.
Right.
There can be a 10-year-old kid in the audience.
That can visualize.
They'll visualize. They may not understand
Understand
necessarily what
completely,
the
right.
song's talking, and
Right.
they necessarily shouldn't. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you say that, it's deep because I can listen to old songs of like Mike and Prince, and when I was a 10-year-old kid, the song was smoking. I had no idea what they were really coming from.
Me neither.
But now, in hindsight, he's like, wow, that's what they were talking. Oh, so, being able to make it classy goes a long way. I say that to say being able to make it classy goes a long way because, the tune itself, the music, man, it makes you move. The style your style of singing, makes you, want to get into the groove. So it's a good package record. We're gonna get ready to play it for the people. We're gonna play two different versions for the people, but we're gonna play one and we're gonna come back, talk a little more, and play another version. But I like the way that this record is able to be received by everyone. Everybody that's had love in their life or aspires to have love in their life can appreciate this record. And I think that's one of the biggest things in this day and time is, and you hear the kids say it all the time, is it relatable? And it's a very relatable record, Yeah, so, I love when a cat takes his time to put together something like that because that's what That's it takes from being classy to being a classic. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that, bro.
You
Well,
know,
man,
brother.
but to your point, man, I mean, just the school of music that I come from, that's what everybody did. I
Right.
mean, you could
That's
talk
right.
about,
That's right.
Stevie Wonder had sensuous records, Earth, Wind and Fire, Ozzy Brothers did.
Absolutely.
I mean, they had Between the Sheets.
That's
Or,
right.
they had stuff like that, or sensuality or stuff.
Right.
But it was a it was just put together where it was something that can be received or put together in a classy way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Teddy Pendergrass, Turn Off the
Absolutely.
Lights,
Travel.
Close the
Oh
Door,
yeah. Oh yeah.
et
Oh
cetera.
yeah. Yes,
You
sir.
could go on and on, but
Yes, sir.
it's just and those are the kind of artists that I model myself after in terms of the effort, the style of what I'm putting out there, and bro, to your point, man, I tell people in my family that there's a plethora of records. I had no idea
Yeah.
as a kid, and I shouldn't have had no idea.
Right. Right.
I had
We
no
wasn't
idea
supposed
what
to
they were
have no
talking
idea.
about.
But it's just really deep that those records were made, and that those records, as they were made, they were hits for everybody, not just the grown and sexy, or not just the adolescents and teens, or not just the kids. It was and I think that's something that's kind of I think that's something that as a culture we've kind of been moving away from. Everybody's feeling like they got to make music for these people or for that people, as opposed to just making good music that like classically everybody will love. And this is one of those records, man, that given the right attention, I believe it definitely can go down in the record books as one of those records that everybody can love, brother.
I appreciate
You know,
that,
so
man.
you did a good job on that, man. Tell me this, man, before we jump into the record. I want to know one more question. Production wise on this track, I heard you say you guys have been playing the instruments for a while. Did you guys actually produce this track as well, or did y'all?
Okay, so man, I worked with some really talented guys, man. Shout out to the DMV, that Washington
Oh,
D.C.
man.
area,
Oh,
A brother
man.
named
They working up there too, Joe.
yeah, no doubt. Brother named
Have been
Eris.
for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Man. Brother named Eris Tongue, who's written for a lot of people, namely the John B's of the world.
Okay.
And, a lot of other people.
Okay.
Brother named, he calls himself DJ Dynamite.
I've heard the
DJ,
name. Yeah,
DJ Dynamite. He's
yeah.
out of D.C. He
Yeah.
produced a record as well.
Yeah.
But man, but talking about that team too, man. There's another guy here too, that he's very, no pun intended, very instrumental in this latest versions could come out. By the name Easy Tommy, man. He's been a record exec for years, man. He's worked with everybody. He's been an on-air talent. He
Okay.
helped break Bump and Grind by R.
Okay.
Kelly.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
been responsible for Usher's, big records that Usher's put out, Beyonce's put out,
Okay.
etc.
And he was involved on the level of the production of this
on,
record.
on the one that you ain't heard yet. Man.
Oh,
The one that-
okay.
bro, this one's
Okay.
this one's number one, bro.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
the day? Is it May?
Today's May 19th.
May 19th.
Yes, sir.
So you say K. Rob said on May 19th, 2023.
Okay.
This next joint's grade go number one.
Okay.
You can put that in the book.
Oh man, just don't forget about the little guys, man. Hey man, I
doubt.
put up at the condo ATL Web Radio, and I told them on May 19, 2023 that this next one was the one. I don't doubt it. I ain't gonna tell no lie, brother. I don't doubt it one bit, man. I like what you got going on. I truly love what you got
Appreciate
going
it.
on, and your style is one that can be related to worldwide, man. I think that with the age and the experience that has come along for you, brother, that this is prime time. This is prime time.
Thank you, man.
This is prime time, man. We also, right now they have this big Southern Soul movement, and this fits inside of all of that too, really smoothly.
Yeah, with the King George.
Yeah.
Calvin, Richardson.
Yeah, man. And so I just say that to say, man, it's a record that kind of it moves around, and it easily goes into being just a popular record as opposed to having a R&B stigma or even a Southern Soul stigma or or anything else that could be just imagined at this point. This record goes deep, bro. So man, hats off to you, brother. On this piece, man. I want to give it to the people though, man. I know they out there waiting to check it out with us here live, man. So We're going to get ready to drop it on them. But before we do, man, one more thing, man. How do they get at you? 'Cause when they start hearing this record, they're going to want to go follow, friend, and fan you on the social platform. How do they get at you on social
Thank you,
media,
bro.
bro? No doubt, no doubt.
Man, okay, so social media, you can get at me at K-Rob Music. That's at K-R-O-B Music. You can find me on Facebook under the same platform, if you will. Also, my website's www.krobmuse.com.
Okay.
That's www.krobmuse.com.
No doubt, no doubt. And with that being said, man, yours truly, Cyber DJ CK here with my man K-Rob. We're going to get ready to drop the single that is now number 8 on the warm charts.
Yes, sir. Number 8.
National? That's national chart, ain't it? Or is that a worldwide chart? That's a national chart.
That's a national chart.
Oh, man. This right here is called Slow and Sexy. This right here is a radio edit. But we're going to get ready to drop it on y'all, man. Straight off of Apple, iTunes as well, man. So y'all make sure y'all go in and grab it. You want to do the one with Nick Rob first? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and drop the one with Son on there. For how old is Nick, man?
Man, my son Nick is, hold on, real quick. I got to give him a shout out.
Big shots.
My son Nick is 26.
God bless him.
But, okay, my youngest son, though, is not even 21.
Okay.
I came to the crib. This when the song was first being formulated.
Okay.
I said, okay, I told him, hey, we got some, cats from D.C., whatever, thinking about writing a rap.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, Nick Rob, I asked him first, I said, man, Nick, yada, yada. He said, but Dad, I'm not sure that's not really my style of writing per se. And then I went to my youngest son. His name is Joshua. I said, Josh, you want to take a stab at it? He said, yeah, Dad, I'll take a stab at it. Josh wrote the rap in this record. My youngest son, who's 20 years old.
Wow.
My middle son, Nick Rob, is the one that wound up rapping and performing the rap.
Wow, yeah. That's dope. So, but Nick's actually a rapper as well. He's a performer.
Correct.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
That's dope. Let's go ahead and put it on for the people, man. We're gonna be right back at you, man, and talk a little bit more about K-Rob, and how they've been doing things, man. I like the name Nick Rob. I don't know something about it, man. It hits hard, but we're gonna jump into the one which features Nick Rob with Pops here, K-Rob, man, and then we're gonna talk to y'all a little more before we drop the single that is now booming on the airways, man. So y'all keep it locked right here, atlwebradio.com. Tune in or be tuned out.
Promising me, baby, if I go slow. Let me tell you something. Love that look upon your face when I pull your hair, when I kiss your lips slowly everywhere. Then I pour some honey all up and down, all over your lips, right in the place where you want me to. And when we go slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down. Up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way. You said you wanna feel my heat, girl. You wanna feel every inch of my love. You said you go tip to the bottom and you won't stop. Oh, said you wanna ride high to the morning light. You'll keep me coming all through the night, fulfilling all our fantasies, girl. I'll be your freak, just like the way that you want me to. Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down. Up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way.
Hold up. Let me show you what I'm working with. Slow and sexy, baby, you know how I ride. Licking on your body till your temperature hit the top. Sweat dripping all down your body, it's getting into your socks. Got it hot, What's up with this top? Let's take it off. Lick me like a lollipop, even though I'm sucker free. Your ex wonder why you jump ship, don't know you fell for me. I admire your body, it's kinda like the sun to me. Kinda like a drug to me, got me feeling just like I need it. Cause me personally, I ain't been the one to bet, but your body I gotta please, so let's go.
Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down. Up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way.
We're gonna keep y'all rolling over here, man. I got my man K Rob in the building. This is more of this good music he got. It's called Again Like the First Time. And y'all hearing it here for the first time on ATLWebradio.com. Tell a friend, tune in or be tuned out. Yeah. ATLwebradio.com. I'm in the building, my man K Rob. If you're checking us out live on YouTube right now, shouts out to you. Thank you for stopping by and checking in with us. You just listened to two seriously hot tracks by my brother here. The Slow and Sexy. I guess this is the second remix or first remix with Nick Robb, and then we have another Slow and Sexy that we're going to drop on y'all here in a few, man. But in the midst of that, we also played it again like the first time. Brother K. Rob, you got to tell me about this track, man. You in the music, man. You get so graphic without getting anywhere near graphic, man. How do you do that, man?
Hey, well, let me say this first,
Okay.
man. Okay, so we're working on a remix upcoming. So people are hearing the version now that you played
Okay.
a little bit earlier, but the next one's coming about. It should be before or by the end of this month.
Okay.
That's what I'm calling the remix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the version with Nick Robb will be the original.
Correct.
Gotcha. Is that the version? So, but we're not. I'm playing the version without Nick Robb.
Okay, so that's just well, this is a side note. This is for music makers too. Y'all know this. Certain radio stations, they may want to rap. Some don't want to rap.
I got you.
So it's just you got to make. You got to do the instrumental acapella with a rap, without a
Right.
rap, etc.
Right. That's smart.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of artists that aren't thinking along those lines, brother. That's definitely key. I wanted to find out from you, man, for the young artists, the artist that is early in age, adolescence. They have people pushing them, telling them you can be great, that you will be great one day. There becomes a lot of options at that point. And I want to know from you, what are your views on some of the options that can be presented to an individual with the talent?
Great question, bro. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible.
Okay.
You got a pie, right? Just slice that pie right down the middle.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's say you got your dream, and I'm a dream chaser.
Me
I
too.
believe
You and
in
I both.
dreams.
You and I
Yes,
both,
sir.
brother.
So you got your dream on one half of this pie. On the other half, you have life. What is you got to pay your bills. You got to we're in a capitalistic society.
Absolutely.
So you got to have some sort of income. Whatever it is that you want to do. So man, what I always said to myself and my sons and younger people, that on the one hand, you follow your own heart, because the last thing I want, my sons are old enough, I've told them this. Last thing I want to do is say, do it just like this. And then they do it, and then they come back to regret the decision that they didn't make themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but brother, since you asked me the question, I'm gonna say it like this. I think that on the one hand, I mentioned musicians are entrepreneurs.
Right.
So that means entrepreneurs are people that create they're business owners. Okay.
Right.
Businesses require what? They require money. Okay.
money.
Record labels, you guys, are nothing but entities that have money.
Yeah.
Okay. They take this money and they say they believe in you, and they give you this money. Okay. They give you this X lump sum of money, which comes with a lot of strings. I won't get into that. But since today's music business is more so where artists have to do a lot of things themselves, it's going to require what? Money. Okay, how are you going to get that money? Okay, I'm promoting the legal ways of getting that paper.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I would say there's nothing wrong at all with getting a job, going to school. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different journey. Mine was, I went to school. I got an electrical engineering degree. I went to Tennessee State in Nashville.
Go ahead, brother.
That was my journey. But you don't have to do that. I'm just saying, understand that this business is going to take money, okay?
Absolutely.
And that the main entity is yourself as the artist or producer. So you have to take the belief in yourself, and you have to manifest that into putting money into yourself. The equipment, whatever that you want to do, the equipment, the studio time, or whatever, paying artists to make the record. But that's what I would say, man. I would say, to your question, you know, you have the entrepreneur side or the dream side and the practical side, which is, you know, it's going to take money. One last thing I'll say is that, you know, of course, I'm old enough. I mentioned that I have kids. Is that, you know, life keeps going on, and you know, just because you have a dream, you know, you may, you know, young men, young ladies, you'll meet somebody, and, you know, and you I don't know, you may have start a family or something, but your dream, you want to keep the dream going. So all that to say is that if those other factors come in, that it's not only about you anymore, that's even more reason where you can still pursue your dream, take care of yourself, but you may have to just in the interim or simultaneously, you know, get that little piece of education or go get a job when when all you've ever done is music.
Work just a little bit harder to achieve what you want. I'm totally in agreement with that, man. It's funny how subjects are revisited in different atmospheres. I have, for the better part of 20 years now, been an advocate of the independent music maker, the independent music business owner. And a lot of guys, man, when they get started walking the walk, man, they start seeing, man, I'm spending all this money. And they get the mindset that I'm spending all this money and that it's not doing anything for me. And that's when I'm touching on something that we talked about before the song, the right people, the right team around you. And that takes research. That takes, you know, digging deep because you got so many people out here that want so badly to be a part of this thing we call the music business, but in all actuality, are the actual involvement that they have is but a figment of their very own imagination.
That's a very good point.
So, and you got some people, man, that will really sell you, you know, a beautiful dream, but they, like you were saying earlier, they don't have the capacity or the ability to guide you in the right direction. And I'm bringing that back to what you was just saying about the having money to direct and generate to direct where you're going, to allow you to put yourself in a position to succeed. I've always been very, very, very diligent upon speaking to the independent guys and letting them know, man, anything you want in this life, you know, it's going to take some hard work to get it. Anything that's real, anything that's worth having, it's going to take some work to get it. And, you have the stories of the people that made a video on YouTube one day and the next day they were overnight sensation. But that's just not the facts for everybody. And in that, just like you just said, brother, it makes a ton of sense to not only educate yourself to the fullest of your ability, but as well to seriously plan to spend money putting yourself in a position to make more money. It takes money to make money. My father taught me that years ago. Any good dad is going to teach his kids, man, you can get out here and fumble and bumble, but in order to, you got your lemonade stand. People on our street might see you out there selling a lemonade, but unless you take a sign or sent somebody over 2 or 3 streets down with a cup of lemonade and they talking about how good it is, it's going to be hard to get them people from the other 2 streets down because you know what? They might have a lemonade guy on their street too. So, that's the whole thing about this business, man. And I think the other part about it, Kay, is that people have to truly learn to develop their own vision of success.
Bro, you just read my mind. I was just here to say the same thing.
Because when we're looking at, and I don't want to get too far deep into any other thing, but you can take it from the Bible, man. When you're so worried about pleasing people, sometimes the whole ideal can be lost. Whereas when you're making sure that you're satisfying the Creator and more importantly for a lot of people themselves, it allows you to really dig deep into that creativity, that flow, and actually project what's necessary to get where you're really trying to go to.
Yeah, man, you made a lot of good points, man. And you just you again you read my mind. I was going to say one of the things is that most artists that I know, whether they're shy or whether they're introverted or extroverted, whatever, they're ambitious. They're
Right,
ambitious
right,
about
right,
their
right.
whether they're a dancer, a singer, whatever art they do. They want to go as high as they can go
That's right.
with this talent or this dream.
That's right.
But to your point, man, it's like you got to figure out, especially the way today's music industry is what does success mean to you?
There you go.
Because I mean, you could be in like wherever you're from, performing, every night and making decent money, whatever,
Right.
and people love you there.
Right.
Is that that could be your benchmark, or are you the type of person that wants to be on the charts? And
Right.
so it all depends on what you want to do. But man, what I was going to say too is that one of the things that I'm trying to do, man, with everything that I've learned, I mean, I think it's really heartbreaking for artists to really have this dream, man, and put all their money into it. But believe it or not, there's some people that don't care about that. You know what I mean? They'll take advantage of certain things, your money or other things, because they have other ulterior motives.
Right.
So only reason I say that is because, back to your point, it's very important to be kind of grounded and don't be desperate. You know what I mean? Because you can come out of this thing very successful in many different ways without regrets or having somebody taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mentioned the team too, man. It's like, and you mentioned this too, man. Everything worth having, it takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time.
That's right.
So you gotta, you just gotta keep doing it, working on it, and my belief is that the people, how you are, I guess spiritually, whatever, those people will start to come around you. You'll start to attract like-minded and people that have those things in common with
That's
you.
right. That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's right. That's right. I agree, brother. I want to kind of get off the subject and of just the way the music business is going right now, and talk about real life, man. Father of cats that are musically inclined, man. How does that feel, man? Just saying, man, look, these guys, they in it too. It's in the blood,
Well, man, I'm gonna be honest with this. Excuse me, it's a good feeling, but this is just how we are. It's like, okay, we put a record out, but guess what we do, man? Because I'm a business owner too.
Mm-hmm.
So the next hour after the record's out, I got to go run that business again.
That's right.
You see?
That's
So
right.
I'm not, maybe some of the time I like to kind of, I guess, celebrate that
That's
more.
deep. Yeah, that's
But
deep.
man, I got to
Yeah.
go right
You
back
gotta go right
to
back. Yeah.
running this business again.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And my sons have jobs.
Amen.
So as soon as we make this right, man, that's hot. Whatever. Okay, man, cool. What time you got to go to work tomorrow?
Right.
Okay, all right, cool.
Right.
Now, but what we're planning on or working towards is that there will be a day where that job is that we do music full time. So
Absolutely.
one of the things with me personally is that I'm ambitious like a lot of other artists. I want to be just like all the other big time R&B cats doing it the same way. But I'm practical too. So I don't I'm trying to remain humble, and even if I have a number one record, I can tell you right now, bruh, if you came to me and said, "K Rob, listen, man, I got some property down here in the AT. I got a couple lots." I'm gonna be like, "Okay, let's rap about that."
Right.
The record, okay, that's cool. Let's
Right.
talk about this property.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna be talking about other things and doing other things, even
That's
though
right.
I got a number one record. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
And that's a beautiful thing, man. And I think that's something that a lot of the younger generation of the music business is in some ways they're tapping into it beautifully. Don't get me wrong. But I see so many other ways that they're getting caught up in the life of being a musician or artist, and that lifestyle has been killing us and making us look at the picture and say, well, why? we did all of this work, did all this hard putting in our efforts to become number one. And these young guys, man, they treat life so frivolously, man. And I'm trying to figure out myself, man, what we as this generation of, the guys that are in their golden years, what do we have to do? What can we do? Is there anything that can be done to open these young brothers' eyes up and get them to the point that, number one, they, not so intimidated by one another, and then even more so, man, they have because back in I do music brothers, man, we had 10, 15 groups to be on one show, man. It wouldn't be a fight, wouldn't be nothing but a whole bunch of babies being made. You know what I'm saying? But now, man, everything that happens big, man, you got to worry about something happening, man, because of the energy that comes with it, and it's just like I sit on my chair on a daily basis and wonder, what are the magic words? Are there any? Are there any at this point, man?
Well, man, I'll start here and say that, man, I think the first thing is that you care. Okay, I've been in the teaching profession as well, in my life.
Excellent.
And one of the first things that you want to show the kids or the students that you're teaching is that you care, man.
Yeah.
I think I could be around a young brother that's, let's say he's 19, that's from a rough upbringing, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's say he's strapped. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to him. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, but I just disarm all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the way that I'm talking to him or her. Just showing that I care, that that what I say, I do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because people, man, just from whence they come determines a lot of that. And then, again, it's like a teacher. A student comes in there, sits down. Man, the teacher has no idea all of the things that the student is bringing with them when they're sitting in the classroom.
Absolutely.
But what the objective is try to do is to understand the student, get to know them. To me, another thing, I respect everybody immediately unless they give me reason not to.
Absolutely.
So, there are a lot of adults that, there's kids, I ain't going to, get out of here. No. I listen to all the rap, the trap, the whatever, you know what I mean? Because I'm a musician. I get into it.
Right.
So, it's an automatic respect I have for them. It's just showing that I care and that, especially in this music game, and just dropping knowledge that they're like, they know what I'm saying, is real. And if I give them my number, the things I tell them I'm going to do, I do exactly that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that goes a long way. That goes a long way. I think at this point we have to. I mean, and don't get me wrong. It's always going to be. It's always going to be issues. But I think at this point, we have to dedicate an effort as brothers of our age and older to reach back to these young brothers and sisters that are becoming a part of this music business, man, to kind of just remind them of what's known as etiquette, man. There's something inside of being a performer, being an artist, being a musician that allows the guys that have been touring for 30 and 40 and 50 years to be able to do that. And that only happens when they learn good music business etiquette. The ability to see something coming and not lose their mind about it, but dig inside to creatively work around it or work through it. I think more movements have to be put in place like that. And again, we're in a time where a lot of things have changed, man. We're not shooting for leaders anymore. Where everybody's individualist now, and I think that's a beautiful thing. But when it comes to music and entertainment, man, it's just become one of those things where it gets downright scary sometimes, brother. And like you said, you have to physically be who you got to be in order to bring that disarming feature to the conversation, in order to be able to at least offer a different way of operating, you know. And I admire that in cats like you, man. Cats like the cats that you came up around and so forth, brother. And I think that goes a long way, man. As far as who not only you are now, but who this work of music that you're creating right now, the stuff that's already been produced, and whatever you're going to create moving on in the future is going to actually do for you. Um,
Watch this, bro. First of all, I always encourage people to be themselves. Okay, be yourself.
Absolutely.
But to your question, you want to make money. Okay, you want you want people to want to work with you. Okay.
right.
Now, unless they give you reason not to, because let me tell you first, if somebody does something real cross towards me, then who knows? I may have a tendency to act a certain way
Right.
that may be outside.
Yeah,
of my
that brings out the
personality.
nastiness and
Yeah,
everything.
correct. But I'll say this though, like show up on time.
right.
Okay, try to be professional. I don't care if you're the most hardcore rapper. Keep in mind, there's a promoter there that's paying you for your talent.
That's right.
They want you to show up on time. Okay, they're gonna pay you some bread. Show up on time. You know what I'm saying? Be professional because they'll keep calling you back. But I guess the other thing too, forgot one of the points I was gonna make is that, it's just that I don't know, man. I think the industry in a large regard has promoted just only one certain thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to tell people, like friends of mine, that man may not listen to a lot of. I'll just use rap for an example, but they may or may not listen to a lot of it. So all they know is one thing. Oh, I know the point I was gonna make. Man, think about groups like Public Enemy,
Right.
NWA.
Right.
My point is that, yeah, I mean, they might have had their own sense of rebellion, which I think their messages were positive to me.
I
They
believe so
were
too.
needed.
Yeah, they were needed, especially
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they weren't necessarily, groups that you associated with after the show. People getting shot up.
Right.
Now they went out there and had their message,
Right.
which was a necessary.
And that's
one.
deep. You saying that?
You see
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah. That's
saying?
deep. Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Fight the power, the Ozzy brothers.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
My point is that you had countless artists, black and white,
Right.
that came out with very aggressive, necessary
Records.
messages and records.
Right,
So
right.
that's my point.
Right.
Okay, be yourself. If you need to express yourself, do that. But that doesn't necessarily have to mean that people are getting hurt or something.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
Key point. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that right there would help. Just those, just those few bullet points right there, man. Spoken on a wide enough level, man, would help to. And again, a lot of us have come to understand after becoming adult how important the village truly is. But it takes us, coming together and passing this kind of information on, man, because these last few years, man, with COVID and all that kind of stuff, man, it really made people. It made a lot of people that weren't introvert be introverted because we had that locked in scenario and that kind of standoffish attitude when it came to dealing with our very own individuals, with our people. And I'm not talking about black or white. I'm talking about the human race. It wasn't a black or white thing, man, because everybody was going through it and masking up and just trying to make sense of everything. So I think with all of that now, we're getting a recharge. We're getting a lot of new music, man. A lot of new opportunities are being brought forward, man. And I think now is the time where we're going to see a change in the way things have been going. But my prayers are that the change is for people, because we have so much technology now, that people will utilize more so a mindset that would excuse me, guys, that would use a mindset that would allow for us to truly grow and be better. I think that's what is gonna. That's what takes this. I mean, because brother, I mean, I'm from Atlanta. I've been here, man. In just the last year and a half, man, I watched over 20 rappers die. Cats that were, that had been putting that work in, been putting that time in, and they getting shot, they get killed. It's like, what is going on out here? And like I said, that's the part of it that kind of gets a little spooky. But we're in a position to where we can change things. We are in a position where we change. We have the voice, we have the know-how, and like I said, with technology, man, we can make the changes, but we have to stand up and do it, man. And like I say, man, brothers like you, man, that are putting this good music out, that is not about hurting people, that's about love, not war. You know what I'm saying? Is definitely a major move in the right direction, man. And again, brother, hats off to you, brother. You're doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
No doubt, man. So I've been a little long-winded, man. I thank you for your company, brother.
It's all good, bro.
No doubt. I just like to, especially when I meet somebody that has understanding and wisdom. I like to just kind of vibe because this is a platform that people are going to watch and they're going to know what else it got other than the music. And to hear the things that you said today, brother, as a musician, as an artist, as a performer. I think that touches spirits, man. I think that touches sons. I think that touches dads. I think that touches uncles and nephews. I think that touches grandfathers and grandsons. The whole move is allows us to put ourselves in a better position to succeed. And that's what this is all about, man.
Yes, sir. Well, bro, I appreciate you sharing your wisdom as well, man. I was gonna say, man, obviously, this might sound cliche or whatever, but every human being, every person is different. So that means the objective is for a person to be who they are, the best of their ability, and to express that uniqueness through music,
Absolutely.
which is a gift. So only reason I say that is that, again, back to we were talking about what different things people are saying. If you can try to the best of your ability to express yourself, from a pure perspective, you know what I mean? That means, it wasn't that somebody was going to give you money for it. It's just how you felt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all that people can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you do that, I said this earlier. Just trying to, think about what success is to you, because I'll end at this point on this note. Music is something that it's a mental and a spiritual preparation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because as you go through it. And hey, man, like the best of them. I like to have a good time with friends and folks I know. I like to have a good time. And
Amen.
Music, you should be celebrating.
Amen.
But it's like, okay, so, because I'm doing music, should I do what some of the old rock bands did it? Throwing, tearing up hotel rooms and,
Right.
you know what I mean, doing crazy. Well, that's your thing. But I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be to the detriment. Just because now that you've made in music business, now you're strung out.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm not sitting over here talking about I'm perfect, not at all. But it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that now, I've made it now, hey, now I'm in gunfights every damn day. You know what I mean? Come on now. Don't get me to talking about Ja, who I love Ja. You know what I mean? I love Ja Morant, one of my favorite players. But I wish the brother well. Yeah. But, when you got to, the best of your ability, try to get yourself, mentally and spiritually prepared. Last thing I'll say is this. One of my goals is that, and you got to pay a damn dime. I could come down here to Atlanta somewhere. I'll take care of the people behind the scenes, you know what I mean, who want money or whatever, who have the knowledge. Mm-hmm. But the young people, whoever's coming, you don't pay a damn dime. I'm going to try to put stuff together where they can come and be educated and get real connections and opportunities when they're there.
I love that. That's something we might want to put our heads together on, brother. I definitely like the way that sounds, man. I want to thank you, Kay, man, for coming in here, man, today, man. I know we supposed to did this a couple weeks back, man, and I got busy,
all
man.
good, brother.
I want to thank you. I want to apologize first of all on air, man. I want to thank you, brother, for making the efforts, man, to get on down here to the A and sit with us live, man. I want to tell you, brother, that I'm gonna push this music until I can't push no more.
Appreciate it.
You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? I
Absolutely.
love the voice.
Keep doing your thing too,
No
brother.
doubt, brother.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
And with that, man, you know, we're just gonna keep on popping, man. But we got this single that we're gonna give to him. This is the no rap version.
Okay, yes, sir.
This is no rap version. And after no rap version, we're gonna give you the rap version again as we walk out, man. We're gonna take a couple pictures, but I want to thank you again, brother, man. It's been a pleasure, man, to hear you speak, to hear the music, you know, and see you meet you in live and living color, brother. It's it gives you know, you have it. I don't know how many times you've had it, you heard it, but you got it. So you know, now it's time for cats like me to do our jobs and make sure everybody hear it.
Much appreciated.
You know
brother.
what I'm saying,
Absolutely
brother?
appreciate
You know, straight up. So, yeah, man. One more time before we get out of here, man. Music's available on all
it. It's on all
online
platforms,
music
iTunes,
platforms.
Spotify,
Excellent.
Amazon, etc.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram at KRob Music. That's at KROB Music. Website is www.krobmuse. That's KROBMUSC.com.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Y'all heard it here first, man. My man K Rob in the building with me right here. Cyber DJ to CK. We're gonna get back into this slow and sexy, man. You heard it here first. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Tune in or be tuned out.
Oh, yeah. Baby, get ready, 'cause I'm coming to get all that good love that you've been promising me, baby, if I go slow. Let me tell you something. Love that look upon your face when I pull your hair, when I kiss your lips slowly everywhere. Then I pour some honey all up and down, all over your lips, right in the place where you want me to. And when we go slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down, up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way. You said you wanna feel my heat, girl. You wanna feel every inch of my love. You said you go tip to the bottom and you won't stop. Oh, said you wanna ride high to the morning light. You'll keep me all through the night, fulfilling all our fantasies, girl. I'll be your freak, just like the way that you want me to. Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, up and down. Girl, you like the way I put it down, up and down and in and out. The slow and sexy way. Slow and sexy, baby. those embraces, round and round, underneath the stars. My love coming down, well, going deep into the places you wanted me, reaching nirvana. It was never enough, yeah. On top of me, riding high, two is one, you and I. Start of a lifetime bond.